good backs, good running backs, can be measured often in the yardage they get after the first hit. And Van Egan always seems to find a way to twist and turn and slide and get those extra yards.
Lester Hayes in the Snickum jar. He looks like one of those folks down in the quarter that make pralines. As Jim Plunkett comes out of the huddle, we've heard Ron Jaworski's call at the line of scrimmage. Here's Mr. Plunkett. Deep down the middle for King. Ooh, what a collision at the 30-yard line. And fortunately, both men get up.
The Oakland Raiders prefer to throw to their wide receivers. A very low percentage of tosses to their backs. But they went to King earlier for the touchdown, and they're to him deep again downfield. Bernard Wilson up clearly for the football. You said a brash collision there. The ball bouncing away, almost intercepted by the Philadelphia Eagles.
You know what that play reminded me of? Jack Tatum colliding into a Steeler, and Franco Harris got the carom, and the immaculate reception took place. 2nd and 10 for Plunkett. Great protection. Open as Branch. First down at the 36 of Philadelphia. Herman Edwards with a tackle.
Lonnie Dawson, you've been watching these defensive backs. Is Edwards giving them too much room on his side?
Edwards is nowhere near when Branch finally makes the cut, so he is giving him all the real estate that he wants. They're respecting that great speed of Branch. As you can see, he came back for the football. The ball was on target. Another big play for Oakland.
But it took another element also, as Merlin Olsen pointed out earlier, protection of the quarterback.
Jeez. Kenny
had plenty of time. Kenny came to the 32-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Now, the vertical game, as Al Davis refers to it, is the deep game, the bomb. He wants all the defenses to be stretched out long, looking for the bomb. You saw a good case in point. Edwards playing back deep. Plunkett allowed enough time. If you don't get deep, you come back and get the ball. We saw it, well, Biletnikoff do it time and time again in his heyday.
But it requires extra time to throw the football, and that means that an offensive line has to be doing a good job.
Look at that, 27 yards for Plunkett per touchdown, 16 yards for Jaworski per touchdown. Again, great protection. Branch. And Edwards broke it up. Good play. Able to reach over and bat it down. Bunting applying pressure on Plunkett.
Herman Edwards, an excellent athlete, isolated on Branch. You see the amount of room. That's a respect for Branch's speed. Watch him slide around the body of Branch. That is quite a play to go around the outside. And Plunkett, he's paying the price for being a quarterback in the NFL.
It'll be 3rd down and about 6 outside the 36. Mike Davis wearing testimony to this hard-hitting game. Both Chandler and Branch are to the top of your screen. Arthur Whittington in the backfield with Van Egan. Plunkett. Hit from front and back at the 26. That's going to be close to a first down. Appears to be a bit shy. Ken Clark trailing the play. Made the tackle.
An interesting decision here if it is shy of the first down for Tom Flores. Let's see who he's sending on. He's got Chris Barr coming on to try a field goal.
Barr, who has been perfect in the playoffs, has not missed a field goal nor an extra point. You know, his younger brother Matt was the kicker for the Steelers last year in Pittsburgh Super Bowl win. I asked Chris if Matt offered any suggestions. He said simply, keep the ring in the family, brother. Keep the ring in the family. This would be a 45-yard field goal if successful. No good. A little wide, a little short. So with 3:34 left, the Eagles will take over at the line of scrimmage, which was about the 27-yard line. Oakland scoring on a 3-yard pass, Plunkett to Branch after a pass interception on the first series of the game. Rod Martin with the interception. Raiders went 30 yards to score in 7 plays. And then the longest touchdown play in Super Bowl history, 80 yards from Plunkett to Kenny King to make it 14-0. Tony Franklin's 30-yard field goal here in the second quarter, the only scoring. You know, some fans from Southern California would like to welcome a Super Bowl champion to the Coliseum. Montgomery. And again, the Raiders tough against the run. Matt Millen, one of only 2 rookies on this Raider team. The other is backup quarterback Mark Wilson. Millen with a tackle. He started every game this year.
Matt Millen bearing a striking resemblance to a young Bill Berge. 265 pounds. And what a physical player. He'll hit you. They call him Spike. He'll put his helmet on a few people.
He looks like a bulldog. Actually a loss of about a foot. Call it 2nd and 10 as the clock winds down the end of the first half here in Louisiana Superdome. Jaworski down the middle, intercepted and dropped. Burgess Owens had it. Needs to borrow some of Lester Hayes' stickum.
Attribute that bad pass to the pressure of Dave Pear, number 74. Buried himself in the chest of Jaworski all week long in practice. The Eagles practice with a buzzer. 2.8 seconds. Jaworski's supposed to pull the trigger. He pulls it a little bit late here. Watch the reaction at unbelieving Burgess Owen.
And no place to hide. So far today, Philadelphia 1 for 5 in 3rd down conversions. Tuzak almost offside. Carmichael complete at the 40. And he is finally wrapped up at the 44 of Oakland. Burgess Owens made the tackle. A 30-yard play. Clock is running. 2:22, 2:21 left in the first half. A big 3rd down throw by Jaworski.
A little scuffling going on downfield. Jaworski almost got the stunning Matuzak offsides. Throws this right through the hands of the defender. Carmichael gets tackled. Great arm tackle there by number 44 Burgess Owens. Otis McGinney. And
2 minutes left in the first half of Super Bowl 15. Raiders 14, Eagles 3, over 75,000 in this incredible Superdome in New Orleans. Harold Carmichael, the all-time receiver in Eagles history.
Very important for him to have a big day if they're going to be successful offensively. This, of course, the play that was such a big play, pulled him down into Raider territory. Giant target, able to run a 4.7 in its early years, has lost a little speed, but I'm sure that that particular play made that young man very happy.
Young and old, everyone in this stadium is excited. The buildup is incredible. It's an experience if you ever have the opportunity. Fortunate enough, it is a happening, no question.
The Eagles have been able to move the ball. They just have not been able to take advantage of their scoring drives. And one of the things that we've seen, we talked about the pressure on the line of scrimmage. Jaworski has thrown the ball with great pressure on him. It seems as if Plunkett has had time to pick his receivers, and when he didn't have time, has scrambled. Jaworski has yet to scramble effectively in this game.
And 2 what would appear to be innocent 5-yard penalties are very critical today. A 5-yard offside penalty that extended Raiders' first chance to score, and they did. And then a penalty against Carmichael cost the Eagles a 40-yard touchdown pass. 1st and 10. Leroy Harris stopped at the 41. Silver and black, led by Dave Pear and Matt Millen. Clock running at 1:54 now, stopped as the Eagles spend their first timeout. The Liberty Bells from Philadelphia supporting the Eagles, as are the Raiderettes of Oakland. Charlie Smith, Harold Carmichael, Rodney Parker, and probably Wilbert Montgomery, all receivers. There is no tight end in the lineup for Philadelphia. 2nd down and 8 at the Raider 42. And the Raiders counter with 5 defensive backs. Blitz. Jaworski to Carmichael. And that'll be a 1st down at the 27 of the Raiders. Philadelphia is not going to call a timeout. 143-142. The Raiders lead 14-3. The Eagles trying to claw their way into the end zone to make it close at the intermission.
You heard the call at 94, an audible call by Jaworski.
He threw that one away. Stops the clock with 1:20 left. Willie Jones applying pressure on Jaworski. And Jaworski talking with Ben Dreif. I did not see a flag, and there is none. Jaworski from Youngstown State, where he was a side saddle T quarterback. Only Brody and Dawson could appreciate that difficulty.
It's quite possible that what he was angry about was the fact that he was roughed a bit after the play. You see him being snatched around by Willie Jones.
Had he really physically thrown him down, he would have had a cause for anger. 2nd down. Oh, he smothered that time. Lester Hayes came up with a one-hopper. Bob Nelson, 51. He found the trap door in the middle of that line and came through cleanly.
One of the things the Raiders have done effectively all year is stunt from different formations and different positions. Usually it's Hendricks coming. On this occasion, Nelson, 51. And Jaworski is lucky to get that football out of there. Lucky it didn't fall into the hands of the Oakland Raiders.
That's a tough percentage pass when you're wearing a man 230 pounds around your neck like beads.
Pretty tough to throw the football when they're on you in 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, just over 1.5 seconds. That's not enough time to institute any kind of passing game.
3rd and 10 with 1:16 left. Flag down. Montgomery to the 25, 20. He's to the 12-yard line. Now they stop the clock with 1:07. Let's check the penalty. Offside Oakland. It'll be 1st down for Philadelphia at the 12-yard line, and with a penalty they get a break. They don't need to stop the clock with a timeout.
Defense, number 90, line up in the neutral zone, decline the penalty. That's 1st down.
Willie Jones guilty
second
of that
timeout.
encroachment. Oh, the Eagles are going to call timeout here. Wilbert Montgomery as he sprints close to the 10-yard line. While we have a timeout, let's go to John Brody and Len Dawson for their observations.
Well, first of all, Dick, what you'll notice is Philly isn't getting much time, but what is happening is they're using a lot of different formations. They're forcing Oakland into automatic defenses. Most of those are zone types, and the defensive linemen and linebackers know they better get to Jaworski quick or they're not going to have any case at all. They've been able to do that on several occasions. They've thrown 2 third-down screens, which is Philadelphia's personality when things aren't working downfield. That one was effective. The one prior was not.
John, you know, on 1st down is very important. If they're going to utilize all these formations, they have to be successful on 1st down. 2 things they want to do. They want to be able to run wide on the Oakland Raiders, and secondly, they want to get the football to 2 other men, Carmichael and Wilbert Montgomery. They'll split Wilbert Montgomery out wide, hoping he gets man-to-man coverage out there to get him the football and let somebody make an open field tackle on him. So far, though, things have not been working well for Philadelphia, but they're very much in the ball game here.
Thank you, Len and John. Leonard Toews, the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, who fought his own battle to maintain the leadership of that franchise, hired Dick Vermeil, pays him royally, has given him total support. When you have successful organizations, you look to the top, and you have to give credit where it's due. Mr. Toes has built himself an excellent organization and a great football team under the guidance of this man on the field, Dick Vermeil.
Dick Vermeil said his boss told him, just tell me what I can do to help. He said, that's the only time I'm going to be communicating with you.
Can't ask for more than that. Inside the 12 with plenty of time, 1:07 left, 9th play of this drive. Play action going for Montgomery. Ted Hendricks had picked him up on that swing. Remember, Philadelphia has but one timeout left.
John talked about the personality of these Philadelphia Eagles. One of the things they do a lot of is play action passing. But personally, I don't think they fool anybody in a situation like that. Obviously 102, they'd like to get it into the end zone quickly, and they did not fool the Oakland Raider defense on that particular play.
Ron Jaworski, you saw him roll a cheerleader. His team came back to the huddle. He's from Lackawanna, New York, right near Buffalo. Of course, the Buffalo Bills, so very close, as were the Cleveland Browns, to advancing, as they were defeated in San Diego in the final minutes. 2nd and 10. Incomplete, as Mike Davis denied Keith Trefley.
Almost the same kind of play that Mike Davis made his saving interception on in that Cleveland game. Trefley coming down in motion, taps the quarterback, cuts back against the grain. Davis coming across, timing his contact with the arrival of the ball, and then reaching out and slapping it to the ground. Good defensive work.
58 seconds left, and Tom Flores has sent in Cedric Hartman and Willie Jones, 2 defensive ends, along with Otis McKinney, a 5th defensive back. Dick Vermeil counters with Rodney Parker left, Charlie Smith right, and slotted right is Carmichael. They like to go to Carmichael in this situation. But they're going to Smith or Parker, and it's incomplete. He was open. Rodney Parker had beaten McKinney, but the pass too far. And on comes Tony Franklin, much to the chagrin of Ron Jaworski.
Jaworski'd like to go back and have another pop at that one. A receiver who was open flipped a little too hard. I'm afraid the adrenaline is pumping a little too hard in Jaworski. You see the open receiver, the ball over the top. Rodney Parker can't believe that was not a touchdown.
It's not been his day. He caught a touchdown pass earlier, but it was nullified because of a penalty. If he kicks it, this will be a 28-yard field goal. Franklin. Blocked. Picked up, and that's a live ball. Willie Jones still doesn't have it. It'll be Oakland's ball regardless at the 14-yard line. Ted Hendricks, number 83, who has blocked more kicks than anyone in the history of this great game in the NFL.
But the ball was kicked low. One of the problems that Franklin has had during the season, he kicks the ball a long distance, but watch how low this kick is. A perfect hold, but just at chest level for Hendricks. Ball bounces away, and had Willie Jones been able to pick that one up on the fly, he'd have been gone.
Well, first down Oakland, 43 seconds left. There's Hendricks, 83, and he fly swats. He would have been a great volleyball player, wouldn't he?
I said chest level. I was a little optimistic. He was up high for that one, but the kick definitely low.
That doesn't count his playoff blocks, and he has another handful in this tournament. Egan protecting the ball. Gets to the 19-yard line. So the Eagles will trail apparently 14-3 at the half. 2 critical penalties have cost them at least 1 touchdown, and maybe the Raiders would have had but a field goal, not a touchdown. And now they lose on a very short field goal attempt after a long drive, as Franklin is blocked.
Dick Vermeil has not been happy with the performances of his field goal kicker. He's told him that. He said it publicly. Franklin, who's a very emotional athlete, with that great range, with the great capability in the kicking leg, has not made his boss happy here in the final seconds of this first half of the Super Bowl.
And that is the end of the first half of Super Bowl 15. A reminder, the Philadelphia Eagles have one of the best records of not only scoring, but shutting out the opposition in the second half. They'll need to follow that form because at the intermission, it's the Oakland Raiders 14 and the Philadelphia Eagles 3.